ICAC stings are manufacturing crimes, not stopping them. On paper, internet crimes against children task forces sound like a public good. Their mission, protecting children from online predators, is one everyone supports. But in reality, many ICAC sting operations do the opposite. They don't stop predators. They create crimes that would never have happened without police involvement, destroying the lives of people who never posed a real threat to anyone. In a typical ICAC sting, officers pose as adults on dating or hookup sites where users must verify they are over 18. A conversation begins with two adults discussing legal adult activities. Only later, often deep into the conversation, does the officer reveal they are allegedly underage. At that moment, the rules change, and the trap closes. Even if the target backs off, hesitates, or expresses confusion, the damage is done. The arrest is made. The charges follow. In many cases, the person had no history of seeking out minors. They weren't predators, they weren't hunting. They were simply pulled into a fantasy crafted by trained officers, then punished as if they were monsters. This matters because of the massive disparity in the law. A person who engages in online conversation, even without planning to meet, can be punished more harshly than someone who actively arranges a physical meeting with a real child. The criminal justice system currently values chat logs and intent over actual danger. This disparity is not just unfair, it's dangerous. It directs critical resources away from real-world threats, chasing keyboard conversations instead of focusing on genuine child protection. Worse, ICAC stings disproportionately ensnare the most vulnerable members of society, neurodivergent individuals who may struggle with social cues and be easily manipulated. Developmentally disabled adults who may not fully grasp what's happening in a fast-changing, deceptive conversation. Socially isolated individuals, desperate for connection and less capable of spotting deception. These people are not predators, yet under the current system, they are treated exactly the same. Prison, sex offender registry, social exile, permanent destruction of careers, marriages, and futures, all because of a situation that was manufactured by law enforcement from start to finish. ICAC stings cast a wide net, but their impact isn't just numbers in a press release. It's broken families, it's lost livelihoods, it's mental health crises, suicides, and devastation reaching far beyond a single arrest. The ethical failure is clear. Instead of targeting people who are actively trying to harm children, ICAC operations create offenders out of individuals who would never have committed a crime if not baited into one. The public deserves to know that these operations are not about proactive child protection. They are about inflating statistics and securing easy arrests at massive human cost. We need reform. First, the law must recognize the fundamental difference between real-world conduct and online-only, police-created conversations. The fact that someone can face decades in prison over words typed into a screen with no evidence of intent to meet or harm is a grotesque miscarriage of justice. Second, ICAC units should be required to demonstrate that individuals were actively seeking out minors before police intervention. No more fishing expeditions, no more manufacturing opportunities, and then punishing people for taking the bait. Third, law enforcement training must include recognition of neurodivergence and developmental disabilities. Vulnerable people should not be used as easy targets to pad arrest numbers. Finally, the focus of ICAC resources must return to where they belong. Tracking and arresting those who are actively exploiting children, not ensnaring adults in conversations that never would have crossed a legal line without government interference. Justice should protect the innocent, not invent crimes to prosecute. If we are serious about protecting children, we must also be serious about protecting civil liberties, ethical law enforcement practices, and the basic idea that intent matters. That real-world danger matters more than online fantasy. The current system fails on all counts. It's time for the public, for lawmakers, and for the courts to demand better from ICAC task forces. Not just better tactics, but better justice. Before another innocent life is destroyed in the name of protecting children by a system that forgot what protecting children even means.